From the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC Boys Hockey here on LSP. Tonight, it's Game 8 of the 49th Annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament between the Cushing Penguins and the Holderness Bulls, both teams entering play with a record of 6-0. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Daniel McAuliffe is on camera, and, well, I told you, I've been pumping it up, since this matchup was made official. Two undefeated teams, two high-octane offenses. Something's got to give. Cushing, through their first 6 games, including the 5-2 win over LA, has outscored their opposition 33-6. 3 of those goals came in a win over Stansted College back on December 2nd. 9-3 win over Stansted in that game. Holderness, well, take away last night's 7-6 barn burner win, though, over Pomfrey. And look at that and say, that's cute. If you include the exhibition game against Bishop's College, they have won their games by scores of 6-1, 10-1, 11-2, 9-0, 7-3, and 6-1. What do we have in store this evening? Winner to the championship game tomorrow morning over at the Groton School, and of course that had to happen. Starts again. Cushing in purple, Holderness in white. Ryan Nolan, senior out of Hampton, New Hampshire, in goal for the Bulls. Marco Bilic, senior out of Toronto, in goal for the Penguins. We are underway finally. Along the end wall, now drifting through the circle, and is there an offside warning here against Holderness? And wow, the Lions was trying to warn him, and Holderness kept playing. Caden Harrington was the one who tried to keep it in at the blue line, but puck had glanced over, and that's what induced the warning, and Holderness never tagged up. So bring the face-off back to the neutral zone. Often in a spot like that, linesman might send the referee, linesman might send the face-off all the way down, but is not the case here. Yeah, it gets into the Holderness end, which is tapped down by Nolan, but picked up by the Penguins. Tried to center it in front, but that pass intended in front for Bronson Hunt was deflected, brought back to the Penguins' end, and good defense, nearly forcing a turnover, but Holderness keeping possession alive. A couple of stick checks there. Now to the left point, through knocked down the top of the left circle, some friendly fire. Now maybe a 2-on-0, 2-on-2 though, as Holderness' defense is getting back. Good recovery there. Marshall tried to swim away from Will Robb, and now we got a big hit along the half wall, and we'll have a whistle, and it's going to be a penalty is a question? It does look that way. Oh yeah, absolutely. Roughing is the call, and it looks like they got Hunt for it. Yeah, they did. Bronson Hunt goes to the box, so just 1:06 into the first period, we have our first power play. So Holderness, again, that high-octane offense I told you. Look at that. Look at Cushing's scores, and that's cute. Well, let's see if they can capitalize here on the power play. Along the half wall, off the end glass. Cushing with possession, looking for a way out of the zone, but Randall and his passing lane's clogged out to the left point. Along the blue line, it's Harrington, right of goal, into the near right corner, pushed up the far side. Nope, no, just both teams just really get in the way of the passing and shooting lanes here in the first couple of minutes here. Not a whole lot of action just yet, although a deflection gets it right on the crease, but Bilic holds his ground for now. Along the half wall, slow down in the corner, but picked up again by the Bulls. Back out to Harrington. Working over to the left point. Nearly brought over the blue line again. Right side, that puck drifts a little too far. Into Gretzky's office. be Pazia out to the mid slot. Pad saved by Bilic out to the blue line and over said blue line. Harrington, the Bulls will have to tag up. 45 seconds left on the power play. Both teams getting changes. Up the near side, Jake Belanger on the left post, and somehow Bilic able to keep that one out. 36 seconds left on the power play. 2.5 gone by here in the first period. No score between the Bulls and the Penguins. Harrington has been out there this entire time, too. Senior out of Manchester, Vermont. Stuff like that will disrupt your flow as an athlete and as a broadcaster. Wouldn't have been icing anyways, the power play. Don't need to alert anyone about it. Mara gets it in the zone. Along the end wall, sends it up to the far side with 10 seconds left on the power play. Along the blue line, poked at. Bulls still have possession, holding it. Look at Harrington. Shot for the edge of the left circle, he roofs it! Just as the power play was expiring. Aaron Van Wee, senior out of St. Louis, makes it 1-0 Holderness. Iron Man like Harrington working the point, even strength, and on special teams. In the end, gets it over to Van Wee. And Holderness on top. 1-0. Holderness re-entering the zone here, looking to score extendedly just as quickly, but a funny bounce off the sidewall. Oh, is this gonna? I was calling icing on that one. Big hit along the half wall and no penalty despite the pleas of the Bulls coaching staff. But they bring in the zone. Here's a shot from the left point, sticked aside by Bilic. Along the half wall and knocked down the red line. Here come the Penguins, 2-on-2. Haven't had a whole lot of opportunities early on here, but that one gets in on Nolan. He covers up with 3:48 gone by here in the first period. Van Wee picking up his seventh game, is actually his first goal of the season, his 7th point. Wait, no, I can't read. It's actually his 10th goal of the season. Look, for whatever reason, the 9 on the Neutral Zone website looked like a 0, but it is, in fact, Van Wee's 10th goal of the season. First to double figures in goals for the Bulls this season. 16 points, which breaks a tie with Mara for the team lead. Pavet Mara entering play with 5 goals and 10 assists. But again, Van Wee with his 10th of the season. Just as that power play was expiring. Penguins looking to answer. 4.5 gone by, but now they'll have to tag up. Goes out to the neutral zone, around the corner boards, out to the far side. Colin Butters gets past one defender, moving towards the top. The slot gets checked off the puck there as it goes into the corner for Jack Welbley. Slow down in the left circle, reaching out to poke that one. Hey, look who's back on the ice, Harrington. Oh, and a great dive from behind to break up that opportunity by Luke Pazia. Otherwise, Marshall would have had Nolan all to himself. Even more impressive to do so and not commit a tripping call. If that kind of contact happens, sometimes you'll see the player trying to make his way up ice, take a tumble to try and induce a tripping call, maybe get a power play, but Great job again by Pazia to bring it up from behind without committing a penalty. 5:07 gone by here in the first period. 1-0 our score. Holderness on top. On the right side, thrown in from the blue line into the far right corner. Centering pass in front. Intercepted. Here come the Penguins. Trying to dance around Butters, rather. Was Ivy, who had 2 goals last night in the win over LA. Here come the Penguins again. 2-on-2 with some speed and some oomph on that shot, but Hiles sent it wide of goal. In Gretzky's office. Picked up by the Bulls. Almost without a stick right now for Holderness. That would be Mara. Post-grad player out of Hopkinton, Mass. On the right side, here's Chalicki bringing it in over the left side. Here's a shot, a save by Bilic. In the near right corner along the half-wall turnaround. Shot goes wide left of goal. 6 minutes and change gone by here in the first period, 1-0. Aaron Van Wees, 10th of the season, the difference right now. Sent back in from the neutral zone by Belanger. Reversing direction towards Tanner Hunt. Kept in the zone at the left point. Picked up by Russo. Near side. Up the middle of the ice to the right side, but getting in the way is Carvalho to slow things down for the Cushing offense. Taking a bump, he gets that one out of the zone is Belanger. On the left side, the blast and the pad save by Bilic. Rebound hits off the near side wall and then guided into the zone in front of the red line by Tanner Hunt, who speeds off for a change. Here's a blast from the left point and the save by Nolan with 10:38 to go in the first period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for all the deets. 10:38 to go. Face off in the left circle. Won by the Penguins. Here's a blast, goes wide left of goal. That's another bid from Marcoux. Took the last one that was swallowed up by Nolan. Slow down in the neutral zone. Up the far side now for Eric Lund. Back to Nolan behind his own goal. Sends it up to the far left corner. And back to the near side now. Sent back into the Holderness zone. Drifted away from Butters a bit too much, but Harrington gets it back. Harrington had a long shift to start this period. Try and work his way in. Don't we all wish we had the kind of stamina that he did, being on skate, playing competitive hockey. A shift that long, just getting back on the ice quickly. I mean, sometimes it can be wonders to do it for 45 seconds at a time. Dude was out there for basically the entire first 3 minutes, including that power play goal. He got an assist on. Well, look to make it 2-0. We got a penalty, though, coming up on the Penguins. Bilic makes the save. 9:31 to go. It looks like the Bulls are going back to the power play. Holding is the call, and it looks like it's on Ryland Randall. Junior out of Prosper, Texas. Ryland Randall is such a Texan name, too. Love it. All right, second power play of the game for Holderness. Already at the very scored just as that last power play was expiring. So 0 for 1, and look who's back out there to anchor the power play unit again. It's Harrington who takes the shot that's sent out of play. 9:24 to go, first period. Left circle face-off. It'll be Caden Wells to take it. for the Bulls, but the Penguins went this time and yeet it 200 feet. Over the left side, dropped off. Now back to Harrington, top of the slot, and the save again by Bilic. 1:31 left on the power play, 9:01 left in the first period. When I say LSP has something for everyone since 2011, I mean it. Sports, live events, pet sitting and walking, tech help, errands, and a whole lot more. Visit our Thumbtack page, which you can find through our linktree/LSP37, or email yours truly for more information so we can proceed to give you what you need. Again, we're going to need to redraw this face-off. I had this happen a number of times already. And just, even to start the game. Wild. At the blue line, Harrington gives it up, gets it back with the one-timer, and that stayed in the rink. Took a deflection, and those high deflections often end up heading out of the rink, but now a shorthand chance maybe for the Penguins. But a back check will prevent that opportunity for Emerson Marshall. 55 seconds gone by now on the power play. For the Bulls, their second power play. 0 for 1, but scored at the just right after that first power play expired. Back to the neutral zone. Van Wee, the goal scorer, again, his 10th this season. Sending it back in. Hops off the sidewall and all the way back to Nolan. Twelve seconds left. Blanchard trying to make his way in. Slowed down by a couple of Penguin stick checks. 5 seconds left on the power play. In the near right corner. Out to the right points. We're back to 5-on-5. One-timer was blocked before it could get to Bilic, despite the blast from Harrington. Now in Gretzky's office, it's IB. Again, had 2 goals yesterday. Comes to the near side. 7 minutes and change to go. Here's a shot for the dot and the bad save by Ryan Nolan. Toughest chance he's had to deny so far. Back the other way. Come the Bulls. Along the half wall. Into the corner, out to the right point. Here's the blast. Again, the save by Bilic. Puck trickles to the near side. Change behind the play as Chalicki goes off. And here come the Penguins. Into the zone. Slow down at the left point. Bulls have it up the far side. Lawhorn going down to a knee as he goes in, gets the puck into the zone. Picked up in the corner, then sent up to the far side by Pacwa for Cushing. Bulls have it again. This will be Butters up the middle, and misjudged. That puck did Bilic, but able to secure it and take the face off with 6:04 to go. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it. She sees you have presents, and some other stuff that came out of my dumb mouth during some of these broadcasts over the years. LSP37.creator-spring.com to place your order for merch, and email yours truly for game videos. One nothing our score with 5:59 to go in the first period. Up the far side and deflected Icing waved off as the puck lands in the Penguin zone. Cut off behind the red line by Lawhorn. Penguins have it again. Brought back in the zone by the Penguins. Try to get the centering pass with a cross ice pass over to the right side, then hit off the side of the cage. Missed opportunity there for Axel Favreau, although the way that puck landed off the side of the cage, might have worked out in the end. I don't know. But never know now. Penguins have it. Shot in the mid slot is blocked. Once again, Marshall unable to get anything on that one. Off the end wall for Russo. Now over to Marcoux. Turns it over, but Russo is there. In the neutral zone, then picked up. Here's the shot, goes wide right at goal. The rebound will be covered up by Nolan with 4:23 to go. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. Don't forget to subscribe. Membership's also available. And Thumbtack and TCG players also where you can find us. Right circle face-off is won by the Penguins. Get the shot off from the top. The stop, it goes wide left. Centering pass, nobody home. And it drifts out of the zone. Forcing the Penguins to tag up. Boyley near side, then sent back in from center ice. About to hit 4 minutes to go. First period, 1-0 our score. I told you this was a game between two unbeaten teams and two high-octane offenses, but, I mean, it's not exactly an 8-8 game right now. 1-0 our score in the lone tally right now. Aaron Van Wee with his 10th of the season for the Bulls. And we got another whistle with 3:51 to go. Face-off in the neutral zone, sent in by the Bulls. Out to the far side for Ivy, but turns it over, and Bulls can't get a shot off there. Too much traffic in every possible lane. They could have got one in on goal. Kept it at the left point, though, now by Duval. And back the other way come the Penguins. Over to the near side, off the sidewall again for Ivy. Away from him. Bulls get it back. Under 3.5 to go. And we got a whistle. Referee's got his, I believe this is just a high stick call. Puck played with a high stick, so give the Bulls a offensive zone face-off. Face off in the right circle. And Penguins able to get it out of the zone. The puck rolls and wobbles all the way back to the Bulls' end. They bring it back in on the right side. Caden Wells doing some dancing in the corner, then sends it through the slot to the opposite side. Little tap there, and the Penguins will bring it the other way. 3-on-2 over to the left side. The delay and the shot from the left dot by Gukler was immediately blocked. About 2.5 to go here in the first period. 1-0 our score. Expect the unexpected, right? Two high scoring offenses, undefeated teams, and we got a close one right now, 1-0. But then again, wouldn't you like a close competitive game? I'm sure we all would. Although, I'm sure we'd like it to be a little higher scoring, of course. .231 to go. LA won the first game of this doubleheader over Pomfret 6-3. On the left side, trying to dangle past the defense's Patalis, who nearly had a highlight reel goal there, but continue on. He gets it back. The shot, the body save. All right, Bilic out to the right point. Another blast. Bilic with another save. Getting it back. A third opportunity. How many chances on this one possession are the Bulls going to get? Penguins still haven't gotten out of the zone until now, finally, as Deneen gets it ahead, brought in the zone, a 2-on-1, and it's sent out of play. Bronson Hunt nearly rewarded Bilic and his defense's efforts on that last sequence with a highlight reel equalizer, but with 105 seconds left in the period, still 1-0, and now we're going to bring the faceoff back to the neutral zone where it'll be, it's like Agnew against Welby, and linesman telling the guys on the wing to back it up a bit. Faceoff won by the Penguins, able to send it into the zone onside through a Bulls deflection, trying to keep it in along the half wall, but Hunt couldn't do that. And now here's some space on the right side. Save rebound opportunity. The rebound went a bit too far, and we got a player down on one end for the Penguins, and then some unpleasantries at the other end. Agnew took a spill at the end of that play into his own net. And some jaw gymnastics, I guess, down at center ice after the whistle. Is that going to result in a penalty is a question? I don't think it is. Referee is talking to Holderness head coach Alan Thompson right now to explain the situation. Looks like we're going to have the face off the neutral zone, in fact. Or not. It's going to say, because, I mean, Agnew's the one who went into his own team's net. So if he was, you know, forced, oh, wait a minute, now we are backing up? The officials are conversing here. Because if Agnew went in without, like, being, you know, forced in at all by a Holderness player, you would think the faceoff should be in the offensive zone. But if it was contact initiated by Holderness, then you do bring it out. So we're clear, folks. Don't have anyone, you know, relaying all this intel up to me or anything. But appreciate your patience. You people mean the world to me. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we got a celebration. Or is this? No, it's not a celebration. I was going to say, referee didn't point to a point of the narrative. We've got. Looks like a Cushing player's been sent off too. All right, well, I'm going to have to do some investigative reporting between periods and figure out the situation. I mean, there's 1:29 left in the period. Even if it's a 10-minute misconduct, you know, he still sits in the box. But, well, we got a lot to get a lot of information to get between periods, and hey, still 1:29 left in this one. Now my question is, I mean, a straight up misconduct isn't going to result in a power play, but was there a penalty on Cushing in addition to the misconduct? No. It's hard when you don't have, you know, it's hard when you just got, you know, sorry, just got us, you know, up here with the eyes, and I'm the only one, you know, who's doing the talking, alas. Looked like there was a slashing call on Cushing. I mean, a slash can certainly be induced by, you know, a player just being frustrated or upset with something another player did or said without actually being something that happened during play. So we got, or maybe not, because we don't. Okay, so we do have so it's a 5-minute major up on the scoreboard right now, but nobody's serving it in the box right now for Cushing. So the penalty was on Tanner Hunt. It looks like he was the one who was sent off to. So it looks like a 5 at a game on Tanner Hunt. I will get the confirmation of all this between periods for you fine folks at home. But hey, a 5-minute major is a little over a minute left in the period. This is a great chance for the Holderness offense to really put their foot down the gas pedal. Under a minute to go. Nice little pass over the left side, but then back to our good friend Caden Harrington on the top side. Now back to the left circle. Harrington again. 38 seconds left. Holderness, you know, going to be patient here. Remember that it's a major penalty. There's 30 seconds left in the period. Here's the blast in the left circle. The save by Billich, but he wasn't able to secure it. And this one he does, although the Bulls not happy with that early whistle with 23.6 to go. Faceoff will be backed up to the neutral zone after that as the net came off its mooring. One of my pet peeves over the years, and I know exactly why we have breakaway nets. I don't want to just think they might be a little too forgiving, some of these pegs. Seen depending on the barn, I guess. 23.6. Taking a while to get it set, too. It's wild. All right, 23.6 to go. Face off in the neutral zone. 3:55 left on the major power play and the slashing and the game misconduct to Tanner Hunt of Cushing. We'll get verification on that between periods. But again, you know, Holderness just content to play catch right now through the end of this period. His stick explodes on that blast from the red line. Billich hangs onto it. 2.9 to go. What do you do? Do you pull Nolan here? Don't think that's going to happen. I mean, you certainly wouldn't want to give up the equalizer on a major power play before intermission. That is one way to nuke your momentum. What is going on? All right. Left circle face off. 2.9 to go. Harrington, nope, that'll do it. 1-0 our score, but 3:31 of major power play time carrying over the second period for the Bulls. When we come back in about 10 to 15 minutes here from the Grant Rankin Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Holderness 1, Cushing 0. This is NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the second period of NEPSAC boys hockey here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, alongside Daniel McAuliffe on camera. 1-0 our score. The Holderness Bulls on top of the Cushing Penguins. The lone tally coming just after a power play expired from Aaron Van Wee, the senior out of St. Louis, Missouri, with his 10th goal of the season, the first Bull to get to double-digit goals. Now, the Bulls are starting this period with 3:31 of major power play time. The penalty that was called on Cushing was a major slash on Tanner Hunt. And Hunt went to the locker room, and that would indicate to one, usually, that he had taken he had gotten a game misconduct as well. Well, guess what? The Penguins are now going to be down 2 here. But Tanner Hunt is back in the penalty box. He was not issued a major at all. He was just given a 5-minute. He was not issued a game, rather, at all. He was issued a 5-minute major and just went to the locker room. I mean, and so I was a little thrown off because, like, hey, who's supposed to be, serving this penalty while, after he's been sent off? But that was not the case. Just let him go to the locker room, which, makes things a little easier, I guess, in the end, but throws things off when you see someone go to the locker room. Usually it's because they've been sent off or they're hurt. Bilch with a couple of saves here, as we're going to be 5-on-3 for 1:44. The penalty going to Emerson Marshall. A lot of seniors on both of these teams, and you can see why they're undefeated at this point. They got tons of big game experience, college and pro scouts filling the bleachers, watching some of the play this weekend here at LA and at the Groton School. This is game 8 of the 49th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. The winner of this game will play for the championship tomorrow over at the Groton School. Lawrence Academy winning the first game of our doubleheader 6-3. They will play in the 5th place game, which will also be at the Groton School, we assume. Could shuffle around depending on who they have to play. Let LA play a game in their own barn, We'll figure it out. 1:14 left on this 5-on-3. Holderness in white, Cushing in purple. Wells wins the faceoff back to Caden Harrington at the left point over the right side. Now back to Harrington, playing catch along the blue line with Van Wee, the lone goal scorer so far. Back to Van Wee. Harrington calling for it. Van Wee takes the shot off the end wall, then ricochets back to Harrington. Under a minute left on the 5-on-3. Back to Van Wee. Again, playing catch. Here's a one-timer wide right of goal entirely, but then this ricochets back to Van Wee. And Wee walks in, now takes the shot again off the end glass. Rebound, the save by Billich. .35 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Trading places. Vaillancourt gets it back, top of the slot. Walks in on the right dot from the bottom of the circle, and it deflects out of play. We'll have the faceoff still in the Holderness, the Cushing zone, with 16:14 left in the second. 27 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and still 1:45 left on the slashing major to Tanner Hunt. Right circle faceoff. It will be Pazia to take it for the Bulls against Bronson Hunt. One back to the right point, faking the pass, holding it for a moment, was Poirier. Gets it back. Poirier walks in over the left side. Belanger able to keep it in the zone before it trickles over the blue line. Back to Poirier. Waits into the corner. 10 seconds left. Poirier with the shot and the save again by Bilch. Once again, Holderness unable to capitalize on the rebound. Here's a blast from the top of the slot. It is blocked before it gets to Billich. Cushing trying to kill some time to clear, but they did not. We're back to 5-on-4. Still 1:10 left on the major. Out to the left point. Holderness still has it. Belanger gives it up, gets it back. Top of the slot, Poirier. Belanger one-timer is blocked by Maldonado, who is without a stick. Holding his wrist, too. Over the crossbar, rebound, he scores! You can only hold him off for so long. The crescendo builds, and finally, Eli Chalicki, 2-0. Oh, and by the way, there's still 47 seconds of major power play time to work with. Penguins win the face-off. Gonna clear it all the way to the other end. Might as well get it right in on the goalie, Ryan Nolan, who hasn't had much to face so far. Bulls re-enter the zone quickly. Over the left side, the one-timer and the save by Bilic. Chalicki with his 5th goal of the season to make it 2-0. Over to the left side, Holderness looking to extend the lead. Great puck movement, but a deflection in the slot will get out to the left point. That trickles wide right on that blast from Harrington. 12 seconds left on the major power play. Out to the far side, Marcoux can't clear it. Kept in along the far side wall, and Marcoux clears at the very end of the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. And now we got a whistle from the linesman, and the play is offside with 3:38 gone by in the second period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for all the information. Face-off will be brought back to the Holderness blue line. They win the face-off, but can't get it over the red line just yet. It's tapped back towards their end by Pakwa. Poked at the blue line once again. Now D-to-D pass, and things way up ice will be Welby. Gets slowed down there. Goes down to a knee after that hit and brought into the zone by the Penguins. IB, again, 2 goals yesterday, but diddly squat so far for the Cushing offense tonight. I just said the phrase diddly squat in the year of our Lord 2023. I know, I am an old. How do you do, fellow kids? Nearly a turnover in the offensive zone, with the puck bounced too hard off the skates of Pazia, forcing the Penguins to tag up. And speaking of having to tag up, we got another whistle. 13:24 to go. Second period. Again, the face-off on an offside, packed up to Holderness's blue line. Maybe a symptom of rational exuberance, whatever Alan Greenspan actually used that term for. Backhanded in front. Oh, that got swatted away. Bilic, did he get a piece of that? But anyways, up the middle of the ice. See Tanner Hunt after that 5-minute major, and really, considering the 2-minute minor in the middle of it, and 2 minutes of 5-on-3. It's maybe you can breathe a sigh of relief if you're the Penguins. Only allowed 1 in that situation. When the Bulls had plenty of chances to score way more. That crescendo, though, at just after the 5-on-3 ended. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Bilic stood on his head, but just too many ricochets off the boards and the glass. Eventually, Holderness was going to capitalize. You had to figure. And that they did, but only on one. So Cushing still in it, that's for sure. Battle in the far right corner, and the Bulls trying to get it through the circle and out of the zone. Forecheck being applied here by Obe. Now just settling it down behind his goal. Saying, all right, let's reset here. On the far right, here come the Bulls, despite the back check. Mara still able to get a shot on goal, and then coming up for the tap-it opportunity after the rebound, after the save by Bilch. He gets it back, sends it towards goal. Here's a chance right in front, and Wells is denied by Bilic. Icing is waved off here as Nolan sends it to the near side for Harrington. And Nolan having to stand up. Cushing player coming in a bit too hot at the end of that one. I think it was Bronson Hunt. 11:09 to go. Second period. When I say LSP has something for everyone since 2011, I mean it. Sports, live events, pet sitting and walking, tech help, errands, a whole lot more. You can find our Thumbtack profile through our Linktree LSP37 or email yours truly for all the information so we can proceed to give you what you need. No penalty there. Some bodies tangled behind the goals. Penguins looking to get on the scoreboard. Here's the shot, the save by no loose puck. They score! Rebound drifted the opposite direction from where Nolan was going, and Cushing is back in it. Max Deneen, 2-1. On the left side, Cooper bringing in the zone, trying to guide it ahead to Hiles in front of the crease, but drifts to the corner. 10.5 minutes to go, second period. Pushing back in it, 2-1, a blast, and some friendly fire blocking that shot. And a whistle, linesman holding up play for us here with 10:20 to go. Deneen with his second goal of the season on that tally. Left circle face-off will be won by the Bulls. Great solo effort by Belanger to get this. So put it on a tee, and Bilic denies Patalis. Can you imagine the canyon that Cushing would have to bridge if not for number one between the pipes? You look at the absurd scores of Holderness's games thus far. They haven't faced someone of the caliber of Bilic in the other team's net. To figure at some point they might play someone of Bilic's caliber, and hey, maybe they will make them look foolish. But Bilic has been up to the task so far as he reaches out with the stick to deflect that one out of play with 9:06 to go in the second. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, and other merch, including stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I probably said over the years on it as well. LSP37.great-spring.com to place order for merch, and email yours truly for game videos. Here come Cushing looking for the equalizer. A swing and a miss on the cross-ice pass over the left side. Great look. Agnew giving up to the left, but couldn't tap it home. Blocker saved just now by Nolan as Cushing continuing the attack out to the left point. Pacwa carries it along the end wall, then gets blown up. Tried back in front, but I think that pass might have been intended for Pacwa. And as you could tell, he was not home to pick up the phone. Here come Holderness looking to extend the lead again. One-timer off the corner glass. 8:18 to go. Both teams getting changes. Here's the outlet pass, and that's icing. Mara didn't touch it on that outlet to try and get in the zone, prevent said icing call, but send the face-off all the way back to the Holderness end with 8:10 to go. Left circle face-off. Battle for, and Penguins don't have clean control just yet, and by the time they do, the puck is rolled over the blue line, so they'll have to tag up. Holderness getting some change in front of the play if they can cherry pick, and oh wow, the offside warning had been up for so long, and then Cushing touched it. That's going to bring the face-off all the way down. So 7:57 to go. Face off the left circle, and won by the Penguins back to Marcoux. Up the far side for Marshall. Up the far side again, trying to connect with Deneen. Lone goal scorer so far for Holderness, for Cushing rather. Not Sacco. Pazia knocked his man down there at the blue line, and we got another whistle. And it is a roughing call for that very hit delivered by Pazia. So Cushing will go to the power play. 7:36 to go in the second period, and a golden opportunity for Cushing to equalize. Unfortunately, Holderness getting possession off the face-off, and Butters lifting it 200 feet. On the far side, staying on his feet despite the shoulder from Harrington was Hunt, but Penguins have to go fetch once again. Left side tapped into the zone from just over the blue line by Hunt. We got another whistle. Exactly 7 minutes to go in the second period. 36 seconds gone by on the roughing minor to Holderness's Luke Pazia. Left circle face-off will be won by the Penguins and tapped in around the corner by Randall. All the way back to the Cushing end. Bilic handed off to Randall on the right side. Over to the left side. Will dodge and some space. Blast, pad save, and covered up by Nolan, and party at Nolan's house. Marshall getting that puck in the right circle A lot of real estate to work with. Got the shot. Pad save. One coming crashing in on trying to get that rebound, but too much, bit too rowdy there at the whistle. And well, one player was rowdier than the others right now, and in the box for Cushing is Emerson Marshall. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for a minute, it looks like. Maybe not. There's more players from, or is this question? Is these just subs, or is someone for Holderness also going to the penalty box? I mean, obviously we already have Pazia there for the rough earlier, but Pazia's opening the door now, and well, the penalty on Marshall has been put up there. But there's another player now in the box for Holderness, and are we putting down on the scoreboard is the question, because this is supposed to be, oh yeah, all right, so Vancouver is also going to the box, so so I think it's just going to end up being 5-on-4 in the end. Just the matching minors on Vancouver and Marshall. It'll be 5-on-4. We think. Well, now they just took Marshall's penalty off the scoreboard. All right, so and now the oh God, just lost the minute. Still left on. There it is. Lost the minute still left on Pazia's penalty for a moment, but we're good. So we're 5-on-4 after all that, and we were nearly 2-2, but once again, a save by Nolan. It's pretty quiet at Nolan's end of the ice in the first period. It's gotten a lot more interesting here in the middle stanza. 6:26 to go. Face-off won by the Penguins. Cross-ice pass, tic-tac-toe, and backhand attempt by Hiles after maybe a bit too much zigging and zagging by the Penguins offense. And remember, we're still 5-on-4, so Holderness gets to clear without fear of an icing. 25 seconds left on the minor to Pazia. Cushing presented with a huge opportunity to equalize, but haven't capitalized yet. 12 seconds left on the power play. Still be two players who just got penalized in the box for another minute after this. We're back to 5-on-5. 5.5 to go, second period. Nolan directing traffic, sends it the other way for Harrington. Cut off at the left point by Deneen. Again, the lone goal scorer so far for the Penguins. In the corner is going off for a change for Cushing is Gookler. He had a goal yesterday in the win over LA. Here come the Bulls. Tumbling through the slot, getting it back, and the blocker save by Bilic. Cholicki going for his second. Under 5 minutes to go. Packwell looking for a way out. Cut off at the blue line. Icing warning is up, but then the Bulls tag up, and Cholicki with a guy's stick underneath him. out to the right point, walking the blue line. Here's the shot, glove save, but unable to secure it is Bilch. The puck rolls out to the near side and carried up ice by Ivy. Tried to throw it in deep. Now counterattack for the Bulls. A dangle, the backhand of the blocker, saved by Billich. Once again, Chalicki coming close to a brace, but 4:17 to go in the second period. We'll have a face-off. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Memberships also available. PayPal Creator Spring, LSP 37. We're also on Thumbtack and TCG Player if you're into that sort of thing. Left circle face-off in the Cushing zone with 4:17 to go. Won by the Penguins and picked up by Randall. Trying to get it out of the zone. Now on the right side, it'll be Agnew. Takes the shot. The save by Nolan, but he couldn't secure it. Another opportunity for the Penguins. Went wide a goal. Back the other way come the Bulls. Mishandled. Losing his skates was Pazia. There's an opportunity to have some speed towards goal there. Bilch's clearance was cut off, but the turn shot from the right point intercepted in the slot. Comes all the way in on Nolan, and he's taking no chances. 3:43 to go in the second period. Reminder that day 3 of the 49th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. Our coverage kicks off tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. The 7th place and 3rd place games here at Grant Rink. Watch that game and everything we have here on LSP live and on demand for free. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget about those paid memberships. You can get discounts more than the price of admission on the LSP Creator Spring store and other benefits to come. And already also suggest. Here's a tip-in opportunity once again. Nolan. Cat-like reflexes and trying to pounce on that one like a cat on its mousy prey. Again, merch discounts, shipping discounts on said merch, and ability to suggest future content. Centering passes. Holderness looking to extend the lead, and that took a deflection. That pass from the left side by Wells. Back to Butters in his own zone with under 3 minutes to go. One price, one membership tier. Current benefits pay for themselves. More to come, I promise. Penguins bring it into the zone and take it away again by the Bulls. Over the left side, centering pass. Here's the blast off the board, out! Bar down and out! For Harrington, he couldn't believe it. No icing as the Bulls bring it back into the zone. Harrington was maybe not even plural, inch away from making it 3-1. Oh. Raw. Well, that's hockey for you, huh? Sometimes I can just shrug your shoulders and say, hey, that's hockey. God. All right. That was a bad beat to take, and if you're Holderness, you hope that doesn't end up costing you in the end. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period, and Cushing defense has been phenomenal so far. Holderness not used to these low-scoring affairs at all this season, that is for sure. I mean, even last night. Not even really used to, games this season have been very close. High scoring last night in the win over Pomfret, yes. But lopsided, absolutely not. Again, the centering pass that tipped off the stick of Belanger. About to hit 1 minute to go. Here's the shots immediately blocked, but kept inside the blue line, at least for now, but the Penguins gain possession. On the right side, Eric Lund moving towards the middle. Backhands it towards goal. Nolan can't secure it, and now he does with 57.4 to go. That's a 7-6 win for Holderness over Pomfret last night. I mean, the 6 was by far a season high allowed by the Bulls this season. Previous best was Tilton getting 3 on the Bulls in a 7-3 Bulls win back on December 8th. Goes behind the goals. Cushing was looking to equalize. But season low for goals in a game for the Bulls so far is 6. They've done twice. Once against Vermont Academy and once against Bishop's College. Those were still 6-1 wins. And the 7, it's Pomfret last night. 7 against Tilton, that 7-3 win. And then a 9-0 win over Brewster, 11-2 over Pingree, 10-1 over Hebron, but they are having a hard time getting rid of the Penguins right now. Couldn't get more than 1 on that major power play that also had a 2-minute minor in the middle of it. Penguins got to feel real good right now where they are with this high-octane offense well within reach. 2-1 our score. Bulls on top of the Penguins. Chalicki for Holderness and Deneen for Cushing, the goals in this middle stanza. Take a timeout, back about 10 or 15 minutes with the third period from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Against Holderness 2 and Cushing 1. This is NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the third period of NEPSAC boys hockey here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Daniel McAuliffe is on camera, and low-scoring games, something that Holderness is decidedly not used to this season. They are used to the fact that they're in the lead, as it is 2-1, the Bulls on top of the Penguins, but hoping to get some distance between them and Cushing in order to advance to the championship game of this 49th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. That game will be over at the Groton School tomorrow morning. The 7th and 3rd place games of this tournament will be here on LSP from the Grant Rink. The 5th and 1st place games will be over at the Groton School on their local live channel, which you can find through Local Live's website or also on the Groton School website. Holderness in white and Cushing in purple. Both teams unbeaten entering play, and Cushing also not really used to low-scoring games this season. Remember that Holderness beat Pomfret last night 7-6, and Cushing handing a 5-2 L to Lawrence Academy Spartans last night to get this far. Spartans winning 6-3 over Pomfret just before this one. I'll play in the 5th place game. The winner of this game has either Thayer or Groton in the championship. Dexter and Proctor, the winner of that game will play the blast, sent wide right. The rebound, the save by Nolan. The Dexter-Proctor winner will face LA in the 5th place game. Loser of that game will play Cushing. Pomfret in the 7th place game. That'll be here. 8:30 a.m. puck drop. Definitely some jaw gymnastics and other unpleasantries after the whistle a few times this game. Well, we had one major penalty called for a slash on Cushing's Tanner Hunt. That led to a goal for Holderness that extended their lead to 2-0. But even with a minor power play, in addition to that, in the middle of that major, just a 1 goal, extending the lead for Holderness. And their first goal actually came even strength just after a different power play had expired, different minor power play expired. Penguins with the numbers advantage here as they enter the zone, but couldn't pull the trigger fast enough, and they'll be forced to tag up. When you look up and down Holderness's line chart, you can see why they have just been ranching their opponents to this point. I mean, you look at the number of NCAA, there's 2 NCAA commits on this roster. Aaron Van Wee is committed to his hometown Lindenwood Alliance. Caden Harrington is going to Vermont. So that's steered aside. But in addition to the NCAA commitments, look at the major junior commits on this roster. Give you some examples in a moment, but right now, Cushing with possession, looking to equalize, outlet pass, and the deflection from the blue line off of Obe's stick, hauled in on the, considering that a line drive, Nolan to take the face-off. But look at the major junior commits on for some of these Holderness players. You actually have 3 different players in Harrington, Poirier, and Belanger. They're all draft picks of the QMJHL, the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, which is the tier 1 Junior League in Quebec and the Atlantic provinces. Here's a blast to the edge of the left circle. That's blocked. Here's another chance. That goes off the end wall. Rebound, and closing the 5-hole once again is Billich. But remember, for those of you who don't follow junior hockey that closely, remember that, in the NHL, players might get drafted out of college, but they're generally drafted through, often drafted like junior leagues, and out of in North America, it's usually one of four. It's the USHL, or one of the three major junior leagues of the Canadian Hockey Leagues. That's once again covered up by Billich, which would be the QMJHL and the Ontario Junior Hockey and the Ontario League and the Western League, which is everything from Manitoba eastward. The OHL, the WHL, and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Those are the three Tier 1 junior leagues in Canada. And we've got the USHL in the U.S. for Tier 1. We also have, the NCDC as part of the USPHL. And there are actually some NCDC picks. Well, the NCDC is Tier 2, but you got Caden Wells, a draft pick of the South Shore Kings. Here's a blast, and that hit the pipe again. Already saw Harrington get robbed of one bar down and out. But Caden Wells, a draft pick of the South Shore Kings. Chalicki, he's actually a transfer from Berwick Academy, along with Tanner Patalis. Chalicki is a draft pick of the Northern Cyclones. Duval is a draft pick of IHC, and there's just an absurd amount of talent on this Holderness squad. So you look at the numbers they've put up this season and like, what, are some of you shocked? You shouldn't be. Pad save by Billich and drifts out to the far side wall. Now coming back to the neutral zone. Nolan's a QMJHL pick himself as well. Colin Butters, the captain for Holderness, isn't even going to college to play hockey. Butters has played for the Northern Cyclones of the USPHL. He's going to Merrimack for lacrosse. So you have all this talent and all this athleticism, and no wonder, Holderness has been ranching their opponents left and right, but in a dogfight right now with the Penguins. Does that work? It didn't work if your team is the Bulls. Yeah, putting too much thought into it. We got a game on our hands, folks. It's still 2-1. Penguins looking to equalize. They had a power play in the second period, but it was not a whole lot going on there, and now we got an offside and a couple opportunities. And their offense looked a lot better, really tested Nolan a lot more than they did in the first period. But once again, the ice seems to be tilted down towards the far end, towards the Cushing net right now. Billich is, but some of the saves that Billich has made, though, it's really the reason Cushing hasn't run, Holderness rather hasn't run away with it. Another chance to equalize right on the doorstep, wide left of goal. Put on a tee for Gukler, and he couldn't get it past Nolan, couldn't even get it on Nolan, just went left of the post. In Gretzky's office, centering pass, drifted a bit too much. Penguins on the counterattack. Here's a chance, trying to spin away from his defender and center once again for Gukler. Right idea there from Ivy, but couldn't get it on target. And then a blast from the blue line by Hiles is secured by Nolan with 11:54 to go. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business product or event, or send a message of support for a player, team, or coach. Email samfieldlepbp@gmail.com for all the details. Here's a backhand again. The Penguins trying to extend the lead. The Bulls are trying to extend the lead, but the save by Belch on the backhand shot right up close. Playing catch along the end wall, then lifted high. Maybe trying to spring Deneen. Oh, the play. Oh, no, it's not even offside. It's a hand pass. Wait. Or it's a hand pass on the Bulls. Wow. Okay. Even come close to touching that? All right. Whatever works for you. 11:28 to go. Third period, still 2-1. Holderness on top. Penguins win the face-off in the back door. Randall couldn't sneak it in. Oh, what a perfectly designed play that was to set up Randall. Sneaking in the back door. No one saw him coming, but he sent it over the crossbar. You could see the agony on his face. We didn't even get that one on target. Perfect design. We're going to try it again here. It'll go right up the middle and take it away from Marshall. A lot less subtlety on that one, but just as close. Battle here in the far right corner as Bronson trying to shove his man away from that scrum. From the red line, sent in on the diagonal. No icing, under 11 minutes to go. Along the end wall, Randall can't get it out of the zone. Here's a chance. Now in the corner, Welby, now to the near side. Penguins can't clear. Randall, the far side, centered back. Oh, a little bit of a traffic jam there at the blue line. Hunt couldn't clear it. Both teams completing changes, though. Under 10.5 to go. Back to the red line. Over to the near side. Slowing it down, crossing the blue line. Russell along the end wall. No traffic there at the half wall. Russell just send it in. Try to get a bounce off the corner boards. Bounce picked up by Agnew. The far side. Trying to send it up the middle of the ice for Sacco. Trickles into the Bull zone. Sacco's there. Has it. Wrapping around. Save made by Nolan. Puck still live. Centering pass. And the tip in on the left post. Out of the reach of Agnew. Then steered aside again by Nolan. Out to the blue line over the left side for Pack with a safe rebound. He got some help. A lot of help there from James Lawhorn. The senior co-captain of Reading, Mass. Speaking of powerhouses, transfer from Reading Memorial High School, one of the best public school hockey teams in MIAA. Penguins bring in the zone, but then taken away by Poirier. Picked up by the Bulls in the neutral zone. Mara. Another MIAA transfer from Hopkinton. What's a Hilly? Or a Hiller? The Hillers are Hopkinton. The Hillies are Haverhill. I've never figured out what a Woolly is. That's the mascot for Millbury. Already talked about what a Spy Ponder is. Allington. anytime anyone tells me they like my Boston accent, I was like, oh, thanks for letting me know I need to get tested for strep. I don't have one of those. Top of the slot. I don't want one of those. Harrington. Flag. I feel like the Boston accent actually got priced out of Boston in recent years anyways. Belanger hits it in from the red line. Belanger gets it back, somehow able to feed it to Cholecki. Came close to committing a hand pass, though. And that puck bounced off of Belanger in the corner. Penguins bring it out of the zone. Self-pass off the sidewall. Another poke check by Harrington to slow him down. Gukler, oh, that's holding! Harrington and Gukler just trying to shed each other. Moving up ice. Harrington's the one who got booked, though. 7:47 to go. It's a minor for holding on Caden Harrington, the senior. Manchester, Vermont native. He's a draft pick of Moncton of the QMJHL. He's committed to UVM. Now he's got to sit in the box for 2 minutes as the Penguins are on the power play for only the second time. And we saw how not well the first time went. On the far side, paddle back to Gretzky's office, but then cut off in the corner from Marshall. Out to the right point and out of the reach of Randall. Have to go all the way back down to get it. Under 7.5 minutes to go. Third period of a 2-1 game. Holderness on top of Cushing. On the near side, and it was off target for Hunt. Randall and company will have to reset. Now on the right side, and just tapped in from behind the blue line by Maldonado. Maldonado reaching for it, trying to keep it in the zone, but it rolls away. Along his own blue line, it's Van Wayne, the first goal scorer of the game, excuse me. Got the hiccups. Not a lot of urgency right now from the Penguins. 45 seconds left on the power play. Able to get in the zone onside, but puck was drifting a bit too much, and Butters sends it 200 feet, or however far it is from that blue line. Math is hard. You get the idea. 30 seconds left on the power play. Not much has changed from the last Penguins man advantage. Marcoux trying to keep it into the blue line, then set in towards goal, and Nolan will cover up with 18 seconds to go on the power play and 6:05 left in the third period. When I say LSP has something for everyone since 2011, I mean it. Sports, live events, pet sitting and walking, tech help, errands, and more. Find us on Thumbtack through our Linktree. I don't know how to pronounce that part of the URL, /LSP37, or email yours truly for all the information we need so we can proceed to give you what you need. I gotta work on my cadence on that. 6 minutes to go, and Holderness able to clear off the face-off at the last stop by Nolan. Over the far side. Last entry by the Penguins. Cleared out of the zone again by Belanger. And icing on the Penguins. Oh, wow. I'd be the most surprised out of all of us. The LSP store is now open. Has been open for a while. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts. One of several different designs of stickers, shirts, and other merch featuring my dog Tina the Long Arena and some of the dumb things I've said over the years on this here YouTube channel. LSP37.creative-spring.com to place your order for merch. Email yours truly for game videos. Face off in the right circle, the Penguin zone. 5.5 minutes to go in the third period. Winner of this game, the championship game of the 49th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. They will face the winner of Thayer and Groton. I'm sure Groton School will be bumping if Groton's going to be playing for the championship. Here's a shot from the right point. It's blocked before it got to Nolan. 2-1 our score. On the left side, Pazia slows it down, hands it off in the left circle. Shot is blocked. Another opportunity. The save by Billich in the right place at the right time. Another blast, and that's tipped wide right. Once again, the iron unkind to Caden Harrington with 4:52 to go. And in a break for Cushing, faceoff is going to come to the neutral zone. Bulls win the faceoff. Harrington over to the left side and sent in from there by Butters. Boyley looking for a way out. Pinwheels back to the near side. Donovan. What are you doing? We haven't got his name at all this weekend to this point. Wells trying to send it for Duvall. Off the side wall and trying to drop it off for a teammate was Tanner Hunt. But nobody home for that pass. About to hit 4 minutes to go. Third period, still 2-1. Holderness on top. Oh. Tangled up with Butters was Hunt, and no penalty there despite the pleas from Ryan Nolan. Near side, Randall gets hit, and puck comes in on Nolan, who hangs onto it, and then Harrington knocking down Hunt, who's coming in a little too close for comfort, I guess, and 3:47 to go in the third period. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Of course you are. Follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Membership's also available. PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP 37, Thumbtack, and TCG players also. Where else we can be found? 3:44 to go. A one-goal game, still too early to pull the goalie if you're Cushing, but you do like to see this from the Cushing offense, being a little more aggressive. Gotta make Nolan uncomfortable. You may be ramping up the pressure here in the final 5 minutes, but given how long he has been comfortable the rest of this game, that's tipped wide right. Is he in enough of a rhythm that it might not matter anymore? Well, that drifts away from Randall. Chasing it is Belanger into the corner, but then taken away by Maldonado. Set up the near side. Icing is waved off. Nolan has it. Nearly turned it right over. And Marshall couldn't pull the trigger quick enough, and Holderness able to get it out of the zone. No. Icing on Holderness. Oh, it's a tough spot there. You had Cushing players around the puck that entire sequence, but they call icing anyways. Well, Holderness, because of the icing call, is going to call their timeout here to give their guys a breather. 3:08 to go, 2-1 our score. And again, 8:30 p.m. 8:30 and 10:30 a.m. the puck drop times for our games tomorrow here from the Grant Rink on LSP. It'll the 7th place and the 3rd place games of the Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. We know that Proctor is going to be one of the teams in the 7th place game, and we know that the loser of this game will be one of the teams in the 3rd place game. The 5th place and championship games will be over at the Groton School. Again, if you want to catch those games, you can go over to the Groton School's website or local live and find their channel to take in that action. 3:08 to go. 3rd period. Holderness nursing a 2-1 lead over Cushing. And again, it's not something that Holderness has been used to. I mean, they already played by far their closest game of the season last night, a 7-6 win over Pomfret. But it's still a high-scoring game. This is, apart from Pomfret, no Holderness opponent has scored, only one Holderness opponent scored 3 goals this season. And that's offside on the Bulls. The fact that we've only seen 3 goals altogether in this game is also uncharted territory for Holderness this season. I mean, huge tip of the hat to Marco Bilic for keeping Holderness out to this point, but I don't know, man. LA got 2 on LA and Holderness both got 2 on Bilic. And there goes Bilic to the bench for the extra attacker with under 3 minutes to go. Interesting. I guess they didn't want to wait. The Penguins did. Blast on the left point off a body in front. Holderness trying to clear. And they do get it over the blue line, but closest to it, taking a tumble is Marcoux, and there's a penalty. Tripping is the call. Will the third time be a charm for the Penguins power play unit? Tripping is the call on Holderness's Aaron Van Wee. Van Wee scored his 10th goal of the season for the first tally of the game. But now he commits a penalty that'll give the Penguins an opportunity for 6 on 4. Timeout Cushing. So they'll talk it over. 2:24 to go in regulation. And a power play coming up for the Penguins to try and equalize it. All right. Well, if Cushing's going to pull even, this is the opportunity. Hiles to take the face-off for the Penguins in the right circle. Penguins win it. Kind of a scuff pass over the near side. Marcoux's closest to it. Marcoux just drew that tripping penalty that created this power play chance. Empty net for the Penguins. Shot scuffed and also blocked. Return opportunity sent out of play by Marcoux, but the referee rules it was deflected off Holderness, so face-off stays in the offensive zone for Cushing. 2:08 to go. Again, tripping was the call on Holderness's Aaron Van Wee, who scored his 10th goal of the season earlier, but now sits in the box as Cushing looks to pull level. 2 undefeated teams, 6-0 each entering play. 2 high-octane offenses playing an uncharacteristically low-scoring game for them to this point. That shot is deflected into the rafters. Face-off stays in the offensive zone with 1:35 to go. Belanger to take the face-off against Bronson Hunt. Both teams have used their timeouts remember that as the puck takes a funny bounce, getting cleared off the kick plate in the neutral zone. Penguins able to get possession before Holderness can take a bid at the empty net. On the near side and brought into the zone. Thought it was going to be Gukler, but instead it'll be Marshall. Someone's lost a glove here and cleared out of the zone. Oh, we gotta, wait, why is it, oh, they called icing. What in the world? Referee called icing during a power play. They're just gonna put the face-off at center. Wow. That's brutal for Holderness. I mean, the puck went wide left of goal, but remember that Holderness is shorthanded here, so they can clear without being called for icing. Oh, that's a rough call to face off at center ice instead of having the puck the clock keep rolling, more importantly. 1:20 to go, 55 seconds left on the power play, and a whistle. This time, Cushing guilty of violation here. Looks like he got either offside or a hand pass, but 53 seconds. Well, it was offside, rather, so 53 seconds left on the power play. 1:16, and I don't think either team wants this stop-and-go traffic right now. Face-off in the neutral zone. And Holderness wins it. Can they clear? They do. Rolls wide. Oh, why is the dude's arm was up again for icing? We had another whistle. The linesman's arm was up for icing again. He waved off, then they blew the whistle again. There shouldn't be any icing here on Holderness. They are shorthanded. Holderness, the Holderness contingent, to say the least, is upset. Cushing brings it into the zone. Around the corner boards out to the far side. All the way back. Linesman waves it off from the beginning. Emphatically so. Cushing re-enters the zone, deflects. Steered aside by Nolan. Back to the red line. 15 seconds left on the power play. See that empty net for Cushing, down one. The right side, shot at the top of the slot, and the save by Nolan with 4 seconds left on the power play and 27.5 to go. Already talked about the shot that was barred down and out for Harrington earlier, and you hope that didn't end up costing Holderness. They're able to clear off the face-off and nearly got it all the way in, and no icing because it was cleared while the penalty was still in effect. 10 seconds. Big hit in the corner, and we got a penalty coming up. Oh dear, I think we got some frustration being unleashed here by Belanger in the middle of that, and officials are going to separate everyone depending on who the penalty. We'll see how everything is, how the penalties are allotted here. Referees directing traffic. And kudos to Nolan, even telling his fellow senior Harrington, don't let him have the satisfaction. 6.9 to go. So Belanger's going to the box. Question is, were there any? Yeah, there was a penalty on Cushing as well. It's on Marshall. So assuming it's 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 or whatever, neutral zone. Oh, and you have the neutral zone now. What is? Is it 5-on-4? I don't know, man. This happens. Well, again, if it should be 5-on-5, then Cushing is allowed to get this sixth skater on the ice here. And we already saw, and we saw Cushing try that play to sneak Randall in the back door earlier. It looks like they're trying to set up the same thing with Hunt on the far side. But if it's, wait, hang on. If it's 5-on-5, then Cushing should be allowed to get a sixth skater if they're pulling the goalie. And now they're going to change the centerman here. Oh, so it's 4-on-4, so then it's got to be 5-on-4. Holderness wins the face-off, and the question is, will they win the game? It doesn't matter. I was going to say, don't call the icing now, man. Wow, what a huge celebration for Holderness after that win. 7-0 Holderness, and it took every single one of those 54 minutes to get it, but Holderness wins 2-1. Aaron Van Wee and Eli Chalicki with the goals for Holderness. Chalicki's being the game winner. Max Deneen with the lone tally for Cushing. Some phenomenal goaltending on both ends. The end of this game drawn out a bit and really ratcheted up the drama and the tension. Holderness wins. They are 7-0. Cushing is 6-1. Cushing will be back in this barn tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. for the third place game against the loser of the Thayer Groton game going on over at the Groton School. So thanks for watching, folks. This has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone, for over a decade. Copyright 2023, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP is strictly prohibited. A reminder that you can advertise on future LSP content for as little as $25 a spot. Email yours truly for all the information, or if you need to hire us for your next game, live event, or whatever else you may need help with, find our Thumbtack profile through our link tree, or you can also find the LSP store with merch featuring Tina the Long Arena and some of my words I probably said. Remember, all that information here. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbtack and TCG Player. You can also find us there. And don't forget about our YouTube memberships as well, where you can get discounts that pay for them, that pay for the membership itself through our spring store, and more benefits to come. Once again, the final score from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Holderness Bulls 2 and the Cushing Penguins 1. For Daniel McAuliffe on camera and all my righty friends here at LA, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2023. Suckers. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin.